Are you looking for the phone gimbals? In this video we will look at some of the 4 best phone gimbals reels on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Insta360 Flow Phone Gimbals. The Insta360 Flow is the iPhone gimbal I'd recommend to most people. With a magnetic clamp mounting mechanism and compact foldable design, this is the kind of gimbal you can throw in your bag and start using with minimal hassle. And despite its small footprint, it's a high-performing 3-axis gimbal that can handle intense action. The Flow is compatible with most smartphones, thanks to its 300G, 10.6 ounces, payload capacity, which can accommodate heavier phones even with an attached ND filter. The companion app is available on both the Apple App Store and Google Play Store, and Android devices are generally well supported, although some features may not be available. You can find the full compatibility list here. Insta360's goal seems to have been to incorporate every feature conceivable into a compact body, and they managed to pull it off. It draws heavily from the DJI Osmo Mobile 6 by going with a magnetic mounting mechanism, foldable design, and featuring an extendable rod. The standout feature is the built-in tripod, only made possible by relocating the battery pack from the grip to the gimbal arm. It has some other tricks up its sleeves, too, like a cold shoe mount and the ability to act as a portable phone charger. A subpar app experience can often diminish the appeal of an otherwise excellent gimbal, but Insta360's prior expertise in developing 360-degree action cameras positions them as a formidable contender in the gimbal market. Number 2. DJI Osmo Mobile 6 Gimbals. The DJI Osmo Mobile 6 is a solid alternative to the Insta360 Flow for those who don't mind losing a few features in favor of a gimbal that's more comfortable in the hands. As the 6th iteration of the most popular Osmo Mobile series, DJI has once again produced something that does as much as it can to reduce the friction between taking it out of the bag and hitting the record button. The DJI Osmo Mobile 6 is compatible with the vast majority of iPhone and Android smartphones. It can support payloads of up to 0.63 pounds, 290 G. It is officially compatible with all iPhones from the iPhone 8 and up. The DJI Hohem 6 works with all 3 lenses on the newer iPhone Pros: ultra-wide camera, telephoto camera. With the magnetic phone clamp mechanism that was introduced with the DJI Hohem 4, it was difficult to see how DJI could improve its flagship handheld iPhone gimbal. While it's normally the other manufacturers copying DJI's ideas, DJI took inspiration from other popular smartphone gimbals by incorporating an extension rod in the DJI Hohem 5. With the Hohem 6, DJI shifted its focus to refining the user experience through incremental improvements rather than groundbreaking innovations. The most notable upgrades include a new LED status bar and a side wheel for manual focus or zoom adjustments. These enhancements, along with features retained from the Hohem 4 and Hohem 5, make the Hohem 6 DJI's most comprehensive offering yet. Travel-friendly and lightweight, the Hohem 6's foldable design makes it an ideal companion for on-the-go creators. Although the foldability slightly limits the range of motion, it rarely poses a real-world challenge. The Hohem 6 also boasts a new quick launch feature, enabling instant access to the DJI Mimo app when the iPhone is mounted, making it the fastest gimbal for initiating recordings. Number 3. DJI Osmo Mobile SAP Gimbals. The DJI Osmo Mobile SE is the best iPhone gimbal for people who don't need all the bells and whistles of the Osmo Mobile 6, but want the same premium gimbal experience that DJI provides. The DJI Osmo Mobile SE can accommodate iPhone and Android phones 67 to 84 mm wide and up to 6.9 to 10 mm thick. It shares the same motors as the Osmo Mobile 6, which means it can handle phones that weigh 230 plus or minus 60 G. It can therefore support phone and accessory combos, though an iPhone 15 Pro Max with a case and Moment 18mm wide mobile lens would take it over the limit. The gimbal also features a 1/4-inch thread needle for compatibility with mount accessories like tripods. Not to be confused with the older DJI Hohem 4 SE, the Osmo Mobile SE is DJI's newest phone gimbal. It was released roughly 6 months following the Osmo Mobile 6. It keeps the defining features of the Osmo Mobile series. That includes the foldable design that was introduced with the Osmo Mobile 3, the magnetic mounting design from the Hohem 4, and features the helpful status panel found on the Osmo Mobile 6. However, it isn't quite as complete a package as the flagship Osmo Mobile 6. It lacks the zoom/focus wheel and instead features the old zoom slider. It doesn't have the quick launch feature that launches the DJI app when your phone is mounted. Most notably, it lacks the built-in selfie stick that is found on the DJI Hohem 5 and Osmo Mobile 6. Interestingly, the Osmo Mobile SE has a slightly longer battery life and a greater range of motion in the tilt axis compared to the Osmo Mobile 6. With the Insta360 Flow and DJI Osmo Mobile 6 costing around $150, there weren't any phone gimbals closer to the $100 mark with decent software and updates you can count on. Well, that stopped being the case with the Osmo Mobile SE. The Osmo Mobile SE takes away some of the flashy features that many gimbal users probably don't need. What's left is a more affordable gimbal with solid core stabilization performance. Number 4. Hohem iSteady MT2. The Hohem iSteady MT2 is a perfect choice for creators who film with both a camera and a smartphone, and don't want to deal with two separate gimbals. As far as mirrorless camera gimbals go, you won't find a subject tracking solution that's as hassle-free as this. However, smartphone-only creators are better off with a dedicated phone gimbal, since this is slightly bigger and involves a more rigorous balancing procedure. The MT2 supports payloads up to 1.2 kilograms, making it best for smaller mirrorless cameras. It can comfortably handle MFT and APS-C systems, and can work with certain full-frame camera and lens combos. The gimbal also works with smartphones, action cams like the GoPro, and allows you to switch between devices. While the Hohem iSteady M6 is the company's flagship phone gimbal, I think the Hohem iSteady MT2 is the more interesting gimbal. As the M6's bigger cousin, it shares many features including the standalone AI tracking unit, but is compatible with mirrorless cams and action cameras. This is important because face tracking is a fairly standard feature on phone gimbals, but a feature that's much harder to come by on mirrorless cameras. By offloading the responsibility to a dedicated magnetic AI body tracker, you can get tracking set up with minimal hassle regardless of the recording device. The fact that the Hohem MT2 doesn't cost much more than a phone gimbal makes it especially attractive for hybrid shooters, especially those who don't use a gimbal enough to justify having separate gimbals for their camera and phone. And as a mirrorless camera gimbal, you're not getting some watered-down gimbal. This is a proper compact gimbal that I would recommend over other camera gimbals like the DJI RS3 Mini or Zhiyun Crane M3S in many cases.